Thanks for joining us for this episode of The Predicted King, a Citylight Council Bluffs Christmas podcast. We'll be reading together the book of Isaiah and connected New Testament passages to see Jesus as Emmanuel, the predicted King.
Isaiah chapter 40, verses 1 through 5. Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. Speak tenderly to Jerusalem and cry to her that her warfare is ended, that her iniquity is pardoned, that she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. A voice cries, in the wilderness prepare the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Every valley shall be lifted up, and every mountain and hill be made low. The uneven ground shall become level, and the rough places a plain. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken.
There's the first prophecy we're going to look at, the first prediction about a coming Messiah, a rescuer. As we first hear this passage, we love that it starts with comfort. Until this point, the book of Isaiah has been filled with predictions of punishment. 39 chapters of promises of punishment, judgment from God. And Israel deserved all that and ended up in exile in Babylon because of their sin and foolishness and refusal to turn back to God. But here in Isaiah 40, there's a beautiful change. Comfort. Comfort my people, says God. Speak tenderly to Jerusalem. A word of hope, a promise of comfort. That's a lot better. And then verse 3 tells us there's going to be a voice, someone like a prophet, a spokesperson, someone like Isaiah. A voice cries, and it cries in the wilderness. A voice cries in the wilderness to prepare the way of the Lord. In Isaiah's time, we could imagine someone running to God's people in exile and shouting that there's a way back to their homeland, a straight highway that they can walk on. That's comfort. But we also know this passage is pointing to Jesus, the eternal Lord who became a baby, the Messiah born in a manger. So who is the voice that cries in the wilderness for Jesus? Who is the voice that prepares the way for the Lord who became a baby? Our next passage starts the story of the birth of the voice.
Luke 1, verse 5 through 25. In the days of Herod, king of Judea, there was a priest named Zechariah of the division of Abijah, and he had a wife from the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth, and they were both righteous before God, walking blamelessly in all the commandments and statutes of the Lord. But they had no child, because Elizabeth was barren, and both were advanced in years. Now while he was serving as priest before God when his division was on duty, according to the custom of the priesthood, he was chosen by lot to enter the temple of the Lord and burn incense. And the whole multitude of people were praying outside at the hour of incense. And there appeared to him an angel of the Lord standing on the right side of the altar of incense. And Zechariah was troubled when he saw him, and fear fell upon him. But the angel said to him, Do not be afraid, Zechariah, for your prayer has been heard, and your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you shall call his name John. And you will have joy and gladness, and many will rejoice at his birth, for he will be great before the Lord. And he must not drink wine or strong drink, and he will be filled with the Holy Spirit even from his mother's womb. And he will turn many of the children of Israel to the Lord their God, and he will go before him in the spirit and power of Elijah, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready for the Lord a people prepared. And Zechariah said to the angel, How shall I know this? For I am an old man, and my wife is advanced in years. And the angel answered him, I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God, and I was sent to speak to you and to bring you this good news. And behold, you will be silent and unable to speak until the day that these things take place, because you did not believe my words, which will be fulfilled in their time." And the people were waiting for Zechariah, and they were wondering at his delay in the temple. And when he came out, he was unable to speak to them, and they realized that he had seen a vision in the temple. And he kept making signs to them and remained mute. And when his time of service was ended, he went to his home. After these days, his wife Elizabeth conceived, and for 5 months she kept herself hidden, saying, "Thus the Lord has done for me in the days when he looked on me to take away my reproach among people."
At the beginning of this story, it seems like just another day for this guy named Zechariah. But Zechariah and his wife aren't just another couple. They are incredible, remarkable people, blameless, obedient, righteous. And yet, Zechariah's wife is aged. She's older and has never had a baby. And as Zechariah goes into the temple of the Lord, something happens to him that he clearly does not expect. An angel shows up, talks to him, and Zechariah is stunned. The angel says a lot of amazing things about a baby that will be born to Zechariah's aged wife, but the last part of verse 17 stands out. This baby will make ready for the Lord a people prepared. So this baby won't be the Lord, but he will get people ready for the Lord. Could this baby be the voice that cries in the wilderness? Could this baby be connected to the comforting words of Isaiah 40? We'll continue tomorrow with the unfolding story of Isaiah 40 and the predicted voice that prepares the way for the Lord.